thoughts alone. This bar's the place I call my home. I sip the swallow pride. Pretend the moonlight lights by my side. Tell me, was it ever real? Or just a song you used to feel? I still burn. I still ache. I still whisper your name when I break. In this velvet room where memories bloom, I still wait for a shadow to take shape.
Well, happy Wednesday, and welcome to Dave's After Dark Trivia Club Live. Step inside the lounge, grab your drink of choice, and settle in. Here at Dave's After Dark, we stir up memories, test your smarts, and maybe, just maybe, teach you something new along the way. We do go live most Sundays and sometimes on Wednesdays like tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, and that's 4 p.m. Pacific. The doors swing open, the lights go low, and the trivia flows. Tonight's show, it's a little bit art, a little bit history, and all game show. We've got 3 brand new countdowns rolled into one smooth, slightly unpredictable late night challenge. While our robots paint each scene at top speed, I'll serve up the clues, and you take your best guesses as we move through tonight's categories. First, the top 20 TV radio hosts of all time. TV and radio hosts of all time. The top 20 most famous blues musicians, not magicians, musicians in history, and the top 20 ruins of the ancient civilizations in the Americas. So that should be fun. This isn't just a trivia show. It's a fast-paced gauntlet of art, memory, and mystery. Let's see how many you can guess before the brush finishes the final stroke. Be sure to check in down in the chat. Say hello, throw out your guesses, and or just hang with the crew. If I spot a question, I'll do my best to answer those as we go. I see the doctor's in the house. Good to see the doctor. I know Arena's on the road, so she probably won't be joining us tonight, but hopefully the others will trickle in as we go. All right, let's fire up the robots and get that first round going. What the heck? All right, you know the rules. The robots do the painting, you do the guessing, and I drop the clues. And once again, our first round is going to be the top 20 TV and radio hosts of all time. Remember, when we do a countdown, they start a little tough. So good luck. These are all pretty recognizable. His unique voice and deliberate speech style made him instantly recognizable. He often describes sports as a microcosm of society. He was a prominent boxing announcer during Muhammad Ali's career. Very good. Can you recognize him yet, or is it the clues? He famously covered Monday Night Football, of course. His phrase, "I tell it like it is," became legendary. I'm not remembering that exactly, but I remember him very clearly. You are correct. You are correct. This is Mr. Howard Cosell. Howard Cosell. Cosell was born in 1918 and did pass away in 1995. Cosell was both loved and hated, often stirring controversy, but he remained one of the most influential figures in American sports broadcasting. There he is. Howard Cosell, number 20 on our list. Next up, number 19. This gentleman once wrote for The Simpsons before becoming a TV personality. He's known for his tall, lanky appearance and signature shock of red hair. His brand of humor includes absurdity, self-deprecation, and cleverness. Very good, very good. I think most of these are pretty recognizable for us. He hosted Late Night and Tonight Show before moving to cable TV. He created the popular travel show Conan Without Borders. I don't remember that. Did he have a travel show? I think the robots are hallucinating. Maybe he did. Conan O'Brien is, of course, correct. Born in 1963, and he is still with us today. Despite early struggles in late night ratings, Conan developed a fiercely loyal fan base that helped him thrive across platforms. There he is, Conan O'Brien. That takes us down to number 18. Team Coco. All right. Number 18. This gentleman began his radio career in the 1970s as a disc jockey. He is known for his outspoken conservative political commentary. He hosted the Rush Limbaugh Show for over 3 decades. Well, that's a pretty good clue. Yes, you had it. You had it anyway. That was a ridiculous clue, robots. He was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2020. Do you remember that? That was pretty cool. His show helped define modern American talk radio. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Rush was born in 1951 and passed in 2021. And as we said, as the robots gave us the clue, the Rush Limbaugh Show. This is Rush Limbaugh. Limbaugh's influence extended beyond radio, affecting U.S. politics and conservative movements for decades. Yes. Rush Limbaugh. He's number 18 on our list. All right, number 17. You'll recognize this lady, no doubt. She rose from poverty to become a media mogul. She launched her own magazine and television network. Her book club selections often become instant bestsellers. Now we're doing famous TV and radio host. That's our category. Yeah, I'm not going to read you the next robot clue. He hosted the Blank 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 show, the highest rated daytime talk show ever. Yeah, you have it. Known for her emotional, empathetic interviews. Yep, Oprah Winfrey is correct. Oprah was born in 1954. And of course, she's still with us today. She's number 17 on our list. Oprah is credited with coining the term the Oprah effect. Her endorsements could turn unknown products into bestsellers overnight. The Oprah effect. Oprah Winfrey, of course. All right, one of our top TV and radio hosts. All right, we need our British folks on the next one, so good luck, Doctor. Good luck, Doctor. Here we go. Originally from Ireland, but made his career in the UK. He is known for his irreverent and cheeky interviewing style. I don't think I knew this guy. So, there you go. He hosts a long-running BBC talk show famous for its red chair storytelling segment. Yeah, you know it. You know it. There you go. It is Graham something. It is. He's the commentator for Eurovision Song Contest. Is that where you know him from? Got me. I don't watch that. I'm not cultured. His guests often share the same couch, leading to spontaneous group interactions. Oh, they share the couch. And you are correct. It is Graham something. It is Graham Norton. Graham Norton. Graham Norton was born in 1963, and of course, he is still with us today. Graham Norton is also a successful novelist and has won multiple BAFTA awards, BAFTA TV awards. There you go, BAFTA awards. You've watched this talk show? Yeah, I've never seen it. I'm gonna have to check it out. No doubt. We're down to number 15. This gentleman started as a weatherman before becoming a comedy icon. He is known not for top 20 lists like we do here, but he's known for his top 10 lists and ironic humor. He hosted Late Night with, come on, robots, and The Late Show. He pioneered a more sarcastic, less formal style of late night television. It was more casual than, say, Johnny Carson, right? Basically, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you know, I actually grew up on Johnny Carson. Used to love Johnny Carson, so yeah. I watched a lot of David Letterman too, but of course David Letterman used to be on Johnny Carson as a guest host. His long white beard became a signature after his retirement. Hey, Standing's in the house. What's going on, Standing? David Letterman, of course, David Letterman owns a production company that launched hits like Everybody Loves Raymond. Did you know that? He was a producer for that. Born in 1947, and he is still with us today. All right. We needed a little easier category tonight, didn't we? Well, hang in there because the next two are harder. Enjoy your success. This lady broke barriers as one of the first female news anchors. She co-created and hosted The View. She is famous for her emotional celebrity interviews. You had to go on her show to recover from a PR disaster. If you did this lady's show, this is how you got back in good graces. Correct. Doctor has it. She interviewed every U.S. president from Nixon to Obama. And she's known for asking tough, sometimes tear-inducing questions. Yes, and she was the way you got back in good graces. Barbara Walters did pass away recently. She was born in 1929 and passed in 2022. Walters' interview specials became much-watched TV events, often topping the ratings charts. Barbara Walters checks in at number 14 on our top TV and radio list. We're all the way down to number 13 now. Seems like there's plenty of time when they're easy, huh? When they're harder, doesn't seem like there's enough time. This gentleman created the format for The Tonight Show. A multi-talented entertainer, pianist, composer, and comedian. He is known for clever man-on-the-street interviews. He hosted various talk shows and game shows over the decades, just like me. You're correct. You got it. Doctor. You are correct. He introduced many now common late night segments. It's the guy who invented it all. You are correct. It's Steve Allen. Born in 1921 and passed right on the button at 2000, the year 2000. Y2K. Steve Allen. Let's see what else does it say here. It says Steve Allen wrote over 8,500 songs during his lifetime, more than Irving Berlin. Steve Allen wrote 8,500 songs. How do you have time to do that? Busy guy. And he's number 13 on our top TV and radio host. I guess he probably did both, right? TV and radio. A lot of these radio guys ended up doing a little TV, but not much. Like this guy. He is known for his irreverent, controversial humor. He hosted... Come on, robot. I've got to check the robots on their clues tonight. They give it away. He hosted Somebody in the Morning for over 40 years. He pioneered the shock jock genre before it became mainstream. This is the original shock jock. He blended political interviews with outrageous comedy. Yeah, Doug. You know your host. This is my favorite category, obviously. Seems easy, right? He faced multiple suspensions, but always returned stronger. That's right. He used to get suspended all the time. Let's see. He was born in 1940 and passed in 2019. Despite his abrasive reputation, Imus raised millions for children's charities through his ranch for kids with cancer. Yeah, he was like the first guy to be too controversial for mainstream corporate media, right? Yeah. Don Imus. I don't know when he started wearing that hat. I'm not sure when that was. Oh, here's Here's my favorite, and kind of the basis for my new channel vibe. Okay, we're headed for this. Night owl famous for late night radio about UFOs, ghosts, and conspiracies. We need to get doing some conspiracies. He hosted Coast to Coast AM. He broadcasts from his remote Nevada compound. Yeah, he had like a modular house out in the desert. Correct. He's beloved for his calm, curious interview style, even with wild guests. He was great the way he would talk to these guys on the phone that are saying this crazy stuff, and he would, try to get it out of them. Let them explain themselves. Did you guys listen to this ever? From the high desert, Pahrump, Nevada. His place was right next to the Ladies of the Night place, the Bunny Ranch. He cultivated a worldwide fan base of night listeners and truth seekers. Yes, he did. I like him. Bart Bell. There you go. All right, we're down to number 10. Top 10. Although I put Art Bell at the number 1 spot, personally. This gentleman pioneered the audience participation talk show. He tackled taboo subjects like divorce, mental health, and racism early on. Yeah, he was the first. Known for walking through the audience with a cordless microphone. That was his shtick. He hosted his show for 29 years. He inspired countless imitators, including Oprah herself. Oprah copied this guy completely. Yeah, yeah, I mean, Oprah just copied him, right? And wasn't he married? He was married to Marlo Thomas. Do I have that correct? I think so. Oh, fun fact. Phil Donahue is married to actress Marlo Thomas, and they have advocated for children's welfare for decades. Yeah. He says he's born in 1935, and he is still with us today, as far as I know. Unless you guys have heard otherwise. Phil Donahue checks in at number 10. They get to be big, famous people from here on in. Number 9. We are doing the top TV and radio hosts. And this gentleman began his career as a magician, not a musician, a magician, and a ventriloquist. He took over The Tonight Show in 1962 and hosted it for 30 years. Does anybody remember who hosted The Tonight Show originally? Known for his quick wit and effortless monologues, here's Johnny. Oh, Phil Donahue did pass away. Okay. Sorry to hear that. Let's see. He launched the careers of countless comedians like Jerry Seinfeld and David Letterman. I remember he used to have, all the big comedians on, but it was just so funny, some of them. Rodney Dangerfield, you remember that? Oh my gosh. His Karnak the Magnificent skits became legendary. Yes. He would put the card up on his head and say what it said inside. Johnny Carson is, of course, correct. Johnny Carson's final Tonight Show broadcast was watched by an estimated 50 million people, one of the largest late night audiences ever. Johnny Carson. Yeah. Was it Steve Allen? I guess it. Yeah, I don't know if was it Steve Allen right before, because wasn't there a guy named Parr or something Parr, Jack Parr? Am I have that confused? Not sure. Not sure. Who's this guy? Number 8. He's known for his warm, friendly voice. Yes, he has a warm, friendly voice. I can't do it though. He provided voices for animated characters like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. This is Shaggy. He created and hosted the American Top 40. That's what he's famous for. There you go. You knew it. Yeah, Don Rickles. Right? Johnny Carson. Oh my gosh. He would just go on a tear. I saw Don Rickles in person in Vegas a couple times. Awesome. He goes after the audience. We tried to sit in a place where he would come after us. I guess we weren't dumb enough looking. There you go. He looks like Mr. Bean, kinda. He helped shape the pop music culture of the 1970s and the 80s. Yes, Doctor has it. This is Casey Kasem. Casey Kasem in America's Top 40. Kasem insisted on keeping his countdowns positive and family friendly, believing radio should uplift the listener. Now, totally related, number 7. This gentleman was dubbed America's oldest teenager. He hosted American Bandstand and introduced rock and roll to millions. He produced New Year's Eve specials for decades. That's right, he always did the New Year's show in the old days. We go back to the old days. Correct, Doctor. Correct you are. He maintained a wholesome TV persona, even as music tastes evolved. Right, he always wore the suit. He's known for his youthful looks that seemed ageless for years. Yeah, it seemed like he never got older, right? You look up and it's like 20 years later, he looks exactly the same. Oh, he did he eventually do the blooper show, huh? I guess he did. Dick Clark is correct. Dick Clark was born in 1929 and did pass in the year 2012. Clark suffered a stroke in 2004, but made a moving comeback to continue hosting Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. That's right. I kind of remember that. That was number 7. We are down to number 6 on the top TV and radio hosts of all time. Now, this is related to the last 2 and a little more modern. He first hit fame with a novelty song called Disco Duck. This is the Disco Duck guy. Did not know that fact. He created the long-running weekly top 40 radio show after Casey Kasem, or alongside Casey Kasem. Known for mixing music charts with humor and skits. He hosted his own late-night TV show briefly. Yeah, you got it, Doctor. A familiar voice to multiple generations of music fans. Yeah. Did you listen to Rick Dees? I don't think I did listen to Rick Dees as much. Wasn't he on like LA radio stations at first, and then I think he was on nationwide, I guess, later. Rick Dees also holds multiple patents related to media and music technology. So he has that going for him. In case this hosting gig didn't work out. Rick Dees is a little younger than our previous. Rick Dees was born in 1950 and is still with us today. Number 5, unless you guys know otherwise. I could stand corrected again. You probably know this guy. He launched to stardom as the host of American Idol. He co-hosts Live with Kelly and anchors a major radio morning show. There you go. He's known for his polished, high-energy style. He's very polished. Yeah, Rick Dees was an LA DJ, right? Produces multiple hit shows, including Keeping Up with the Kardashians. He's the producer. That's where he got all his money. He is one of the highest paid personalities in media today. You know who this gentleman is? Kind of doesn't look like him in a way. In a way. Producer of the Kardashians. He's always done the red carpet, right? He's always done the red carpet show. How soon you forget. There you go, Mr. Artie saves the day. Yes, this is Mr. Ryan Seacrest. Ryan Seacrest has its own foundation that installs broadcast media centers in pediatric hospitals across the U.S. How about that? All right, we're down to number 4, top 4 TV and radio hosts of all time. This guy definitely fits the category. He famously interviewed more than 50,000 people over his career. Signature style included suspenders and a relaxed conversational tone. He hosted Somebody Live on CNN for 25 years. 25 years. The signature little lights in the background there, right? Yes, you are correct. He's known for letting guests speak without interruption. Yeah. I like that about him. Let him talk. He interviewed everyone from world leaders to everyday people. So, I don't know. Like a definite predecessor to Rogan, right? Larry King is, of course, correct. Talk about a rich guy. He was quite the producer and everything, right? He had lots of shows. King World. All the shows were King World. Larry King once estimated he never prepared a written list of questions, preferring natural curiosity to drive conversations. But that's a lot like Joe Rogan, right? A lot like, yeah. He was born in 1933 and passed in 2021. Larry King. He was married to a real young gal, right? He had a young family late in life. Okay, top 3. You know this guy. He started as a cast member on Saturday Night Live. He's known for musical impressions and celebrity games. And here's the key clue. He is the current host of The Tonight Show. He made lip sync battles and classroom instruments sessions viral hits. I don't remember those things, but that's all right. I liked him on Saturday Night Live, but not sure I liked him on The Tonight Show quite as much. Correct, you guys both got it. Mr. Artie Doppner. We are doing the top TV and radio hosts of all time. And this is number 3. You guys are correct. It is Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon's YouTube segments have amassed billions of views, making his show one of the most digitally successful talk shows ever. There you go. Jimmy Fallon. Kind of missing a tooth there. The robots have taken a tooth away from him. Kind of funny. All right, we're down to only the top 2 left. Top 2 TV and radio hosts of all time. This gentleman will be pretty recognizable from the picture. Known early on as a provocative shock jock, he transitioned into one of the most respected interviewers in media. He hosted the Blank Show across radio and satellite platforms. I don't remember that when he moved to satellite was a big deal. He published best-selling books like Private Parts and Miss America. Correct. Mr. Artie! He pioneered the uncensored long-form celebrity interview. So he's got that going for him. He was born in 1954. And I believe he's still with us. And you are correct. This is Mr. Howard Stern. Howard Stern. Did you guys used to listen to and then later on watch Howard Stern? I think I listened to him on Sirius satellite radio quite a bit. Howard Stern credits therapy for helping him evolve from a brash persona into a deeper, more thoughtful interviewer. I think you got a little too political, though. Baba Booey. Yeah, that's the thing they say at the golf course now, right? Howard Stork. All right, we're down to the number 1 TV host of all time. He started as a newspaper columnist before moving into television. But you didn't know that. He hosted The Blank Show for over 2 decades. He introduced American audiences to the Beatles, Elvis Presley, and countless others. He is famous for his stiff mannerism. You remember, like, he didn't have a neck, right? He was like, oh, did you hear that crack? Oh my gosh. He is famous for his stiff mannerism. A Sunday night institution for millions of American families. And that's definitely true. I can remember as a small kid watching this with my folks or my grandparents. Doctor has it. Who's Johnny Cowett? Don't know who that is. Does he look like him? This is Mr. Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan was born in 1901 and passed in 1974. Sullivan negotiated personally with Elvis's management to allow the famously censored waist-up performance on national TV. That's right. Oh, back in the day, huh? All right. Well, you guys did awfully good at that. We got them all, didn't we? Batted 1,000, I think. Was there any that was even hard? Really big shoe. Really big shoe. All right. Well, let's see what's up next. Next is the top 20 most famous blues musicians in history. So I think overall, you're going to know half of them, and half of them are going to be kind of educational. So when we're up at 20, 19, 18, those are going to be hard unless you're a blues aficionado. If we have any blues aficionados, that'll be good. Here we go. know the rules. The robots do the painting, you do the guessing, and I give the clues to throw you off along the way. And again, we're doing the top 20 most famous blues musicians in history. Okay? Blues musicians. So this goes back in time a little bit. All right, here we go. Number 20. Good luck. This gentleman mastered the harmonica as a teenager in Chicago. He is known for his fiery, gritty vocals and signature harp sound. His collaborations with Buddy Guy are legendary. He helped electrify post-war blues music. You know it, Doctor. Are you a blues aficionado? Very good. Very good. Famous for his anthem, Messin' with the Kid. Messin' with the Kid. Well, that's not a good thing. Messin' with the Kid doesn't sound good. I don't know if that title would go over very well these days. Junior Wells is correct. Junior Wells, 1934 to 1998. Junior Wells often performed with a wireless microphone setup, long before it was common, giving his shows a raw, roaming energy. That's interesting, isn't it? Didn't know they had wireless microphones back in the day. Well, good. It's going to be helpful if you're a blues aficionado. These are hard. Junior Wells. Coming in at number 20. All right. Who's next? Do you know who's next? Number 19. This gentleman was a key architect of the Chicago West Side blues sound. Well, I like him already. He's an architect. His guitar playing was intense, emotional, and often minor key based. He influenced legends like Eric Clapton and Stevie Ray Vaughan. This guy was both those people's mentor. I don't know if he was their mentor, but idol. He was famous for his song, I Can't Quit You, Baby. I Can't Quit You, Baby. And wasn't that from Brokeback Mountain? This is not John Lee Hooker. Not John Lee. Hang on to that answer, though. Hang on to that one. I do have a John Lee Hooker story for you, too. A personal. John Lee Hooker Jr., of course. Did you know I owned a blues club for a period of time? I did. Not for very long, but I did. And John Lee Hooker Jr. played there twice. There you go. There's the connection. Do you know who this is, though? Last chance. This is Mr. Otis Rush. Otis Rush. Otis Rush's deeply emotional style set him apart and made his live performances unforgettable events. Otis Rush. There you go. We're down to number 18. Yeah, I bet you didn't know I owned a blues club for a little while. I was a co-owner. I was the design influence. I got some stories about that place. We'll have to go into those some other late night when we have more time. Number 18. One of the first great female blues guitarists and singers. She dominated the Delta and Chicago scenes in the 30s and the 40s. She dominated. She's known for her sharp lyrics and commanding presence. Songs like Bumblebee showcased her wit and power. Doctor! You know this one? Bumblebee. She often outplayed male rivals in blues competitions. Wow. You are correct. This is Memphis Minnie. Memphis Minnie. 1897, born in 1897, passed in 1973. Memphis Minnie recorded around 200 songs during her career, a staggering achievement for her time. Memphis Minnie. There you go. Next up is number 17 on our Legends of Blues. A pioneer of Texas blues style. He is famous for his eerie, high-pitched singing voice. His guitar style was unusually intricate and free-flowing. Intricate but free-flowing, like that. He recorded influential tracks like Matchbox Blues. Matchbox Blues. Not Matchbox 20. Matchbox Blues. His untimely death added to his mystique. Yeah, he passed relatively young. He only was 36 years old. You are correct. Doctor knows his blues. It is indeed Mr. Blind Lemon Jefferson. Blind Lemon Jefferson. 1893 to 1929. Blind Lemon Jefferson was among the first blues artists to achieve commercial success on a wide scale. First commercially successful blues artist. There you go. Coming in at number 17 on our Legends of Blues list. All right. That brings us down to number 16. Who's next? They're still tough. They're still tough. We're good doctors with us. Perhaps the most important blues songwriter of all time. Wow. Blues songwriter. His compositions powered the rise of Chicago blues. He wrote classics like Coochie Coochie Man. Sounds familiar. Coochie Coochie Man. And Spoonful. Coochie Coochie Man. Sounds like this guy was the writer. He worked behind the scenes at Chess Records. His songs were later covered by rock legends like Led Zeppelin. What? W.B. Handy. No, that is incorrect. Let's see, what else can I do for you here? Coochie Coochie Man, Spoonful, later covered by Led Zeppelin, most important blues songwriter of all time. This is Mr. Willie Dixon. Willie Dixon. Willie Dixon often said the blues are the roots. Everything else is the fruits. I like that. The blues are the roots. Everything else is the fruits. Willie Dixon. There you go. Learn something every day. Whatever my show's called. I get confused. Number 15. A towering figure in both folk and blues traditions. This gentleman is famous for his booming voice and mastery of the 12-string guitar. He recorded songs like Goodnight Irene and Midnight Special. I've heard of that. Don't know if it's the same version. His repertoire spanned work songs, ballads, and field hollers. Yeah, You know this one. That's correct. That is correct. Lead belly. Also known as Huddy Ledbetter. Huddy Ledbetter. Or he's better known as Lead Belly. But his name is Huddy Ledbetter. There you go. That's a cool turn of the name there. He was discovered by folklorists while serving time in prison. Wow. Lead Belly was known for reportedly securing his release from prison by singing a song directly to the governor. Whatever works, man. Whatever works. There you go. We're going back to the legends of blues. All right, I've heard of this guy. Which is good. A Chicago blues titan with wild, unpredictable guitar performances. Okay. He's known for blending fiery electric blues with deep soul. He mentored young British rockers like Clapton, Beck, and Page. No doctor, but hang on to that one. I think he's in here somewhere. This was the mentor for Clapton, Beck, and Page. His major hit, Damn Right, I've Got the Blues. I like that. Damn Right, I Got the Blues. Revitalized his career. Buddy Guy. Now get this. Buddy Guy still tours today, often delivering blistering, high-energy shows well into his 80s. There you go. Buddy Guy. Still performing today. Born in 1936. Yes, Buddy Guy. We are down to number 13 on our top Legends of Blues. Top 20 list. Coming in at number 13, often called the father of Delta Blues. Subgenre, Delta Blues. His rough, gravelly voice captured life in the Mississippi Delta. He played guitar behind his back and between his legs, decades before Mr. Jimi Hendrix did that. He influenced nearly every Delta blues man who followed. This is not Robert Johnson. Hang on to Robert Johnson. I think he comes up, though. Known for tracks like Pony Blues and High Water Everywhere. Father of Delta Blues. There are a lot of these old blues guys, huh? This guy was born in 1891 and passed in 1934. And his name is Charlie Patton. Charlie Patton, that's not familiar? Charlie Patton's performances were so powerful that people could hear him a quarter mile away without amplification. There you go. Charlie Patton. Number 12. These are hard. She was crowned the Empress of Blues. Her rich, soulful voice commanded audiences across America. Okay. She became the highest paid black entertainer of the 1920s. She's got like a feather boa there or something. Famous for songs like Downhearted Blues and Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out. No, nobody knows you when you're down and out. They don't. I can attest. I got the blues. She helped bridge the worlds of blues, jazz, and early pop. Ma Rainey. No. Not Ma Rainey. Going once, going twice. This lady was born in 1894 and passed in 1937. Top paid entertainer of the 1920s, Bessie Smith. Bessie Smith. Bessie Smith was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as an early influence in 1989. There you go. There you go. We're down to number 11. And this is a more well-known name, I would say. A powerhouse voice, blending blues, soul, gospel, and R&B. She is famous for the timeless ballad, At Last. Not sure I'm familiar. She battled personal demons, but delivered deeply emotional performances. Battled personal demons, kind of like Britney Spears. Also recorded blues anthems like I'd Rather Go Blind. I'm sure she's a much better musician. Her career resurgence in the 90s earned her a new generation of fans. Yeah, I thought I remembered something about this gal. Ella something, that's close. Not Ella, but something. And then not Jones, but so not Ella, but blank. And not Jones, but both very close. This is Etta James. Oh. Etta James. Etta James won 6 Grammy Awards during her lifetime, including a Lifetime Achievement Award. There you go. Etta James. Close. Number 10, top 10 now. Hopefully a little more well-known, maybe not. It's the blues. They all got the blues. I've heard of this guy, though. So that's something. Preacher turned bluesman with hypnotic, raw, slide guitar style. His songs often reflected themes of religious struggle and personal redemption. He's known for haunting tracks like Death Letter and Grinnin' in Your Face. Like grinning in your face. He mentored a young Robert Johnson. This is Robert Johnson's mentor. He was rediscovered during the 1960s folk revival. This guy was born in 1902 and passed in 1988. And he's an old influence of blues. Old blues man. His emotional intensity on stage often moved audiences to tears, even when he was performing solo. Anybody know? I think the name's kind of familiar. Son House. S-O-N-H-O-U-S-E. Son, like you're my son, house. There you go. Son House. Number 9. Number 9. Yeah, this gentleman blended Texas blues with searing electric guitar. One of the 3 kings of the blues guitar. alongside BB and Albert, one of the three kings of blues guitar. Famous for instrumentals like Hideaway and San Jose. San Jose. Not San Jose. San Jose. His aggressive picking style inspired a generation of blues rock players. He is nicknamed the Texas Cannonball. Correct, Doctor. Correct. It is a Mr. King. Do you know his first name? It's a fitting first name. He was one of the first blues artists to have a major crossover appeal to rock audiences in the 60s and 70s. So he was crossover, blues to rock. Hey, Alex is in the house. What's going on, Alex? This is Mr. Freddie King. Yeah, there you go. You got it. Freddie King. Freddie King. First of the crossover artists there. Well, we're down to the top 8. And so I told you the story about this guy's son playing in my blues club twice. He actually had a hit at the time for, blues music. This is the master of the boogie style, hypnotic, repetitive blues rhythms. His deep, growling voice became his signature. He recorded classics like Boom Boom and One Bourbon, One Scotch, and One Beer. There you go, Doctor. One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Now, who's the popular artist that played that fairly recently, the rock version? Somebody did. What's the name? George something. He preferred simple driving guitar lines that emphasize groove over complexity. And he stayed active for over 50 years. 50 years. Mr. John Lee Hooker. Not John Lee Hooker Jr. George Thorogood. Yes, George Thorogood. You know who I was talking about. John Lee Hooker won multiple Grammy Awards, including Best Traditional Blues Album well into his 80s. There you go. Now, I do have a story about the next guy, too. We'll try to get him first. I had a t-shirt of this next guy that I wore all the time to the club. I did. It made me hip in the blues club. His booming voice and towering stage presence were unforgettable. Booming voice, towering stage presence. He delivered electrifying Chicago blues hits like Smokestack Lightning and Spoonful. He worked closely with Willie Dixon on classic songs. Remember, Willie Dixon was the guy who was a good writer. Remember that? His music heavily influenced the British blues explosion of the 60s. He's known for his primal, growling delivery. Yeah, Doctor. Yes, I had a really cool. It was a black t-shirt with white print on it. And it was just huge, his huge face with the guitar in front of it. And he's howling. And it says, Howlin' Wolf. Howlin' Wolf, Mr. Chester Burnett. Chester Burnett, the Howlin' Wolf. 1910 to 1976. Howlin' Wolf's physical presence was so intimidating that many contemporaries claimed he could command a room without saying a word. The Howlin' Wolf. There you go. Blues. Singing the blues. This guy's pretty famous. Can you see him yet? Hard to tell right now. So hard to tell. He's famous for playing a flying V guitar upside down and left-handed. His bending, soulful guitar notes created an unmistakable sound. He was a major influence on Stevie Ray Vaughan and Eric Clapton albums. His signature tracks include Born Under a Bad Sign. Does that mean like a road sign, or does that mean a zodiac sign? His phrasing was slow, heavy, and full of emotion. This one's not Howlin' Wolf, and this is not Louis Armstrong. No. This is famous guitar player though, flying V guitar. One of the three kings of guitar. His nickname was the Velvet Bulldozer. That's a good nickname. A nod to his huge stature and surprisingly smooth singing voice. The Velvet Bulldozer. Well, you had it on the board earlier. It was Albert King. Albert King. There you go. Velvet Bulldozer. All right, you know all the rest of these, I think. But we'll see if you get them in the right order. Number 5. The man who brought Delta blues into the electric era. He's the key figure in creating the Chicago blues sound. He is famous for hits like Hoochie Coochie Man and Manish Boy. Sounds like they all sang that Hoochie Coochie Man. They all did. Manish Boy. His music laid the groundwork for rock and roll. Doctor, you are correct. He was on our Origins of Rock and Roll list a couple weeks ago. Yeah. His music, let's see. He mentored future legends like Buddy Guy and Willie Dixon. And he was a big influence. Oh, here it is. Fun fact. The Rolling Stones named themselves after a Muddy Waters 1950 song called Rolling Stone. Who'd have thought? Muddy Waters. And he had a song named Rolling Stone. And that's where they got the name. How about that? That's influential. Yes. All right, top 4. Top 4 bluesmen. Number 4. Now I've seen this name on the board a few times already tonight. The mythic bluesman said to have sold his soul at a crossroads. His recordings like Crossroad Blues and Hellhound on My Trail remain foundational. His guitar technique was complex and ahead of its time. Only 29 recordings of his survive. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. I got to take a quick break, but I'll be right back. You guys go ahead and do the next one on your own. Sorry about that. I'm back. I had a little emergency I had to deal with there. I knew you guys would get this one on your own, though. You didn't need my help. Number 3. Mr. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Oh, well, maybe you didn't get it. I should have given you a clue. I've got baby chickens in the other room, and it sounded like they knocked over the light. So I had to go check what was going on. Everything's okay. Anyway, yeah, number 3 is Stevie Ray Vaughan, who tragically died in a helicopter crash at the age of 35. Stevie Ray Vaughan often played a heavy gauge strings and turned his guitar down a half step to achieve his signature thick tone. That sounds very technical. Anyway, we're back at it. Top 2 now. Top 2 bluesmen. Dubbed the King of Blues, his guitar named Lucille, became almost as famous as he was. Famous for hits like The Thrill Is Gone, known for his sweet singing guitar tone and expressive vibrato. Correct. You guys got it. He played over 300 shows a year at his peak. B.B. King is correct. B.B. King was born in 1925 and passed in 2015. B.B. King performed over 60 years, including concerts at the White House for multiple U.S. presidents. There he is, B.B. King. I guess we knew that one. Who do you think number 1 is? Kind of interesting, actually. Kind of cool that a modern guy made the list as number 1. All right, that was number 2, B.B. King. There he is. The Thrill Is Gone. Maybe his most famous hit, right? Probably. And his guitar was named Lucille, so he had that going for him. Number 1, with a bullet, British guitarist who helped bring American blues to a worldwide audience. There you go. He was a member of Cream, Derek and the Dominoes, and a major solo artist. No, not Jimi Hendrix, not Jeff Beck. Both good guesses for, they like blues guitar for sure. He's famous for interpretations like Crossroads and Layla. There you go. Doctor, let's see, who got it? Shitsu's in the house. What's going on, man? Long time. Dr. Rob, everybody's got it? Only person inducted 3 times into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Wow, 3 times. How about that? Yeah, Eric Clapton. He was born in 1945. Still with us today, I think, right? I'm not mistaken on that, am I? Eric Clapton's album From the Cradle was a straight tribute to his blues heroes. And it did become a massive hit. From the Cradle. There you go. Good to see you, I should say not. Been a while. Anyway, well, that was pretty fun. You guys knew most of those. What do we do? 75%? Something like that. Not bad. Not bad at all. And yeah, I had a little emergency there. I had to go check on the baby chickens. You guys ever have baby chickens? It's a I'm a chicken dad. It's full-time job. Yeah, they pulled over, the heat lamp, they pulled that onto the floor. That's not good. Not good. But there was no fire involved. No fire involved. Okay, next one's gonna be kind of tough. Let's fire it up. Let's not let any grass grow. We're gonna learn something. I would think by now you know the rules. Robots paint. You guess. I give some clues that are very confusing. We are going to do the top 20 greatest ruins. So the coolest old ruins of ancient civilizations in the Americas. So not over across the pond, in the Americas. So good luck. Old ruins in the Americas. There you go. Number 20. This one's nestled deep within Colombia's Sierra Nevada mountains. It is believed to be about 650 years older than Machu Picchu. 650 years older than Machu Picchu. Known as the Lost City and rediscovered only in the 1970s. It's reached by a multi-day jungle trek. So if you go to this place, you got to go through the jungle in Colombia. Might as well score a few kilos on the way. It's still sacred to the indigenous Kogi people. Kogi, K-O-G-I. Looks like a cool place, right? Anybody know what this is? Ancient ruin in the Americas. We talked about it. It's in Colombia. This is called La Ciudad Perdida. La Ciudad Perdida. You gotta remember that now, right? 800 AD. 800 AD. Ciudad Perdida is laid out in terraces. Yeah, we can see that. Very cool. All right. There you go. Now you know how it's played. That'll help you. Number 19. All right. Okay. Capital of the powerful Toltec Empire. So that's something. It's known for massive stone statues called Atlantean warriors. Atlantean warriors. Featured grand pyramids and ceremonial ball courts. Likely influenced later cultures, including the Aztecs. So this is before the Aztecs. The city declined mysteriously after a few centuries. It's not Easter Island. Yeah, kind of hard, huh? This is Toltec Empire, pre-Aztecs. So it is in Mexico, I'll give you that hint. And it is right around 1000 AD. Right around there. 1000 AD. Anybody know? No. Hang on to that, though. It might come up later, Doctor. I'm not going to try to pronounce your spelling. I'm not sure. Teotihuacan? Or Tenochtitlan? Tenochtitlan or No, those are incorrect. This is called Tula. Tula, pretty simple. T-U-L-A. The four giant warrior statues atop Tula's pyramid are each over 15 feet tall. There you go, and they're still there. Pretty weird, huh? Speaking of weird, let's go to number 18. The most significant ceremonial site of the Mississippian culture in the United States. Now this is from 850 to 1400 AD. So it lasted a long time. I mean, think about that. 850 to 1400 AD. How many years is that? 600 years. 600 years this was around. It contained elaborate crafted artifacts. It housed an elite class that maintained wide trade networks. This was the center for trade networks. Hopewell's good guess. You know, that's another one of these places. That's incorrect in this case. The burial mounds held incredible wealth and artistic treasures. It's located far from modern major cities. All right, so you ready? It's called the Spiro Mounds. Ever heard of that? Spiro Mounds. And it's actually in Oklahoma. Artifacts from Spiro Mounds suggest an ancient trade network that stretched from the Great Lakes to the Gulf of Mexico. They had stuff from everywhere there. Pretty cool. There you go. Learn something every day on Dave's After Dark. There you go. All right, number 17. You know, some of these will be easier. Not very many of them. Most are going to be hard. A massive walled city built high in the Andes by the Chachapoya people. And this is 6th century AD. So a long time ago. 500s. Sometimes called the Machu Picchu of the North. It was surrounded by 60-foot high walls with narrow entrances for defense. So this was right on the top of a mountain. Perched on a mountain ridge, often hidden by clouds. It contains hundreds of circular stone houses. They like to have round houses. Made structural sense, right? A lot of earthquakes in that area, so round was good. This is not Machu Picchu. This is Machu Picchu of the North. Yes, you are correct. AKA Kulap. Kuelap. Kulap, Peru. Kulap was virtually unknown to the outside world until the 19th century, remaining isolated in the misty cloud forests. This is the best ancient ruins of the Americas. So it's pretty cool. We just don't know it. Why didn't they teach us this in school? I don't know. You're going to have to wait till Dave's After Dark to learn it. All right. This is in El Salvador. It's not that prison. It's not the prison. One of the most important Maya sites in El Salvador. It features a massive step pyramid and ancient tombs. It showcases advanced water drainage systems. It's believed to be a regional trade center, so it's like high Maya culture, all the way from 100 to 1200 AD. This was in place over 1,000 years. Can you imagine? Let me look at us. How old's the United States? This year, 250 years. 250. This place was around for 4 times as long. It's not Teotihuacan. It looks a little like Teotihuacan. Teotihuacan was not Mayan. That was Aztec, basically. This is Mayan. And it is called Tazumal. Tazumal. And it's in El Salvador. So the Mayans stretched it out, right? But they are using it for the prison now, for the illegals. There you go. Tazumal's name means the place where the victims were burned. That was a little known fact. How about that? A little dark Mayan history. Those Mayan were a little weird. A little weird. Yeah. Number 15. Now, I don't know if anybody's been to this place. This is built atop a flattened mountain ridge by the Zapotec civilization. This is Zapotec. This is right around 600 AD, a long time ago. It offers sweeping views of the Oaxaca Valley. So good marijuana in this area. I don't know. Back in the day, it was like, I remember Cheech and Chong, and then it was Oaxaca. Oaxaca. Anybody remember that? Yeah. I guess I'm the old druggie. Contains mysterious carved stones called danzanites. Danzantes. Oh, I'm sorry, danzantes. It was abandoned long before the Spanish arrived. They abandoned it. Michoacan. Yes. Oaxacan and Michoacan. Acapulco Gold. You remember Acapulco Gold? Monte Alban's observatory building. This is Monte Alban, if you didn't know. Monte Alban. We could have got that one. The observatory building was precisely aligned with the movements of the sun, of course. All right. Back to the United States. Number 14. This one's pretty famous. This is a long time ago, though. This is 1500 BC. 1500 BC. It is among the oldest monumental construction in North America. I'd say so. It was created by hunter-gatherers, not a settled civilization agriculture people. It was hunter-gatherers built this. So kind of like they think Göbekli Tepe over in Turkey, same way. Features a complex of earthworks shaped like giant concentric ridges. Cool. Looks cool. Looks like a golf course. Believed to have been a trading and ceremonial center. Yeah. Built without the use of metal tools or beasts of burden. Now, how do they know? How do they know it wasn't built with the help of beasts of burden? How do they know that? I don't know how they know that. Hopewell's a good answer again, but it's again incorrect. This is called Poverty Point. Poverty Point, Louisiana. Poverty Point, Louisiana, 1500 BC. Poverty Point's largest mound covers 7 acres. There you go. All right, let's go down to Peru. Number 13. Surely you'll remember this place. It is the largest adobe, meaning mud brick, city in the world. So this is all built from bricks. It served as the and it's still around. It served as the capital of the Chimu civilization. This is the Chimus. And this is not quite as old, around 1000 AD. Around 1000 AD. Chimu civilization, definitely before the Inca. Definitely before the Inca. Built with labyrinth walls and detailed decorative friezes. It once housed tens of thousands of people. There you go. There's its claim to fame. So this is a quadriptych. It's got 4 pictures there. You can't tell it's 4 pictures. 4 different areas within this area, within this place. Pretty cool. I'd love to go here. There's a bunch of these Peru places, right? Some of them are super old. This one's not quite as old, but very cool. Kind of clean architecture, right? It's called Chan Chan, Peru. Chan Chan's walls are intricately decorated with motifs of fish, birds, and geometric patterns. There you go. All right, I think you know this place. I've been there. I've been at this place. I've got a little movie on my channel. If you search it out, you can see me there in person, giving you a tour of this location. This is a walled Maya city, dramatically perched over the Caribbean Sea, or Caribbean if you prefer. It served as a major trading hub. It is one of the last cities built and inhabited by the Maya. Yeah, well, they picked the best spot for last. Something called the Castillo Temple dominates the site's cliff edge. And this place fell shortly after Spanish contact. So they were still here when the Spanish came. King's in the house. What's going on? Oh, you got it, King. Look at that. Sorry. These guys were not doing that well on this category. So I wasn't even thinking somebody would have the correct answer. Good job, King. Good to have you in the house. What's this one now? Anybody know this one? I've got a video of it on my channel. And if you would have watched it, you'd know this was Tulum. Tulum, it's a cool place to visit. If you ever get a chance, Tulum. Tulum's location made it an important lighthouse for Maya traders. There you go. We're down to number 11 on the best ruins from ancient civilizations in the Americas. Very precise. All right, this is in Mexico. This is, let's say 500 AD. It sounds like Zapotec time. Known for its elegant architecture and sculpture. It is home to the Temple of Inscriptions, housing King Pacal's tomb. It is surrounded by lush jungle. Looks like it. It features some of the finest examples of Maya bas relief carving. Finest example of Maya carvings. Smaller in size, but rich in artistic achievement. So, anybody know what this is? It's in Mexico. This is, I guess, Mayan. The discovery of King Pacal's elaborate carved sarcophagus in the 1950s stunned archaeologists and revealed insights into Maya funerary practices. This is called Palenque. 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 Whatever you got, whatever you type there, Alex, that looks right. That's correct. That is correct. Number 10, top 10. Who knows? Maybe you know the top 10. You didn't do too good at 20 to 10, but you might know the top 10. Okay, this one's interesting. This now has like a whole building over the top of it, but it didn't back in the day. This is built by the Hohokam culture in the Sonoran Desert. Hohokam. It features, this is after the Anasazi. This is around 1300 AD. This is like this is a 4-story adobe structure. It likely served ceremonial and astronomical functions. Oh, and it was a 4-story apartment. It is protected today under a sheltering roof to preserve it from erosion. They've got this big shed roof over the top now, so it doesn't rain on it. The name means big house in Spanish. So what's big house in Spanish? Anybody know what big house in Spanish is? Can anybody translate? You gotta get it. You gotta get one. It's called big house in Spanish. It's in Arizona. It's called, Rob, Yeah, doctor has it. Rob your gloves. Casa Grande ruins. Casa Grande. There you go. Casa Grande. Number 9. This is I don't know, 200 to 900 AD. So Mayan. This is Mayan. It's a major Maya center known for its intricate stone monuments. Intricate stone. I can't really tell what's going on in that picture. It features a grand ball court. Oh, here's the key. Grand ball court and hieroglyphic stairway. It recorded royal dynasties and important historical events in stone. So, this is where they had lots of carvings about the history of the Maya. It is famous for its sophisticated and beautiful sculpture. It was eventually abandoned after political collapse. You've all seen Apocalypto, no doubt. I think this is right around the Apocalypto time. Yeah. Mel Gibson movie. Anybody know what this place is called? Or where it is? Well, I'll tell you where it is. It's in Honduras. Those Maya were all over the place. And the hieroglyphic stairway contains the longest known Maya text. One story, 2,000 glyphs long. This is called Copan, Honduras. Not Lima. Copan, Honduras. There you go. Now, I think you're going to know this one. Here we go. We're all going to get this. We're all going to get this one. This is in New Mexico, United States. This is around 1000 AD. It's home to massive, multi-story structures called great houses. It is aligned precisely to track solar and lunar cycles. Its central hub for ancestral Pueblan world. So this was like the center of their universe. All roads lead to this place. It was built with millions, literally, all their roads led to this place. It was built with millions of sandstone blocks hauled over miles. Roads radiated outward, I told you, connecting distant communities. Ah, where is this? This is one of my favorite places. I stayed out there almost by myself in the fog. It was scary. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's 100 miles from anything. It's in New Mexico. And it's huge. And it's spooky. And it's cool. Who knows what this is? Anybody know? It's in New Mexico, correct. But what's this place called? It's very cool. If you ever get a chance to go, great national park there. They have some camping. It's a long way from anything, but like if you're in Santa Fe or something. Chaco Canyon. Pueblo Bonito contained over 600 rooms. There you go. All right. Let's go back to the heartland of the United States. I'm going to give you the state. This is in Illinois. This is around 1000 AD also. So almost the same time as Chaco Canyon. So there are people building some big civilizations. It is the largest pre-Columbian settlement north of Mexico. It features Monk's Mound, the largest earthen structure in the Americas. There it is, Monk's Mound. Who knows where this is? At its peak, it may have had a population of over 20,000 people. Okay. It was a complex hierarchical society with a trading economy. And nobody knows why they abandoned it, but it was abandoned for still uncertain reasons. There you go. Doctor, were you trying to get that, Doctor? King has it. Is that your version? Yeah, this is Cahokia Mounds. Big city, 20,000 people. Cahokia included a solar calendar made of wooden posts, now known as Woodhenge. Not Stonehenge, Woodhenge. Makes sense. Made of wood, Woodhenge. All right, let's see if anybody gets this one. Number 6. This is 600 to 1000 AD. So Mexico, kind of after the Mayan, I'd say. Almost after the Mayan. A stunning example of Puc-style Maya architecture. So they still consider it Mayan. It features the Pyramid of the Magician and the Governor's Palace. Anybody heard of that? The Pyramid of the Magician or the Governor's Palace? Notable for ornate stonework and intricate mosaics. It is smaller, but exceptionally well preserved. Yeah. Anybody know? It shows minimal evidence of fortification, suggesting a peaceful city. A time of peace. Yeah, they're hard. It's the Americans. Nobody cared. Nobody taught us. Nobody taught us all these cool places in the Americas. These are the best ruins in the Americas. But nobody knows. It's a sad state of affairs. I'm doing my part. This is known as Uxmal. 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 There you go. Uxmal's layout is aligned with astronomical phenomena, of course. Late Mayan. All right, now I think you know this one. If you can tell what the heck the robots are trying to draw here. This is in Peru. This is enormous geoglyphs etched into the desert floor. I think you're going to get this one. The designs include hummingbirds, spiders, and mysterious geometric shapes. It's only fully visible from an airplane. Its purpose remains debated. Theories range from astronomy to religious rituals. It is created by removing top layers of reddish pebbles to reveal lighter earth beneath. Okay, Alex. I think I think Alex has it. I'm not sure about that spelling. Closer, much closer. Very close. Yes. Yeah. They don't have a Z in Cyrillic alphabet, do they? I'm not sure. That is correct. The Nazca Lines. 500 BC. How about that? The Nazca civilizations engineered an underground aqueduct system as well. There you go. Okay, top 4. See if we can get these. Let's see if we can do this. All right, this one's in Mexico. The picture's a little tough at first. I think it'll turn out okay in the end. This is one of the most famous Mayan cities. It is home to the massive temple of Kukulkan, designed to cast serpent shadow at equinox. The serpent shadow on the pyramid, how cool. Features the Great Ball Court, the largest in Mesoamerica, a center for commerce, politics, and religion. Eventually, it was absorbed into a regional power shift. Anyway, big Mayan city, biggest Mayan city. You can go visit this today. Who knows where this place is? This is not El Castillo. Oh, I don't think. Is the main pyramid called El Castillo? Maybe so. Maybe that's the other name for it. Temple of Kukulkan, Great Ball Court, Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza's cenote, the sacred sinkhole, was a major site for offerings and possible human sacrifices. So yeah, if you go to the cenote nearby, there's a bunch of bones down there. There you go. All right, top three. Top three. This is the hardest of the three. Now, if you've been paying attention to previous shows, you're going to know this. This is in Bolivia. It is a ceremonial center near Lake Titicaca. Lake Titicaca. It features megalithic stonework like the Gate of the Sun. That's it in the distance there, the Gate of the Sun. Architectural precision suggests unknown advanced techniques. This is one of our mystery sites. Possibly influenced the later Inca civilization. So this is way before the Inca. This is like 300 AD, like early 500 AD, very early. They declined mysteriously, possibly due to climate change. Uh-oh. Anybody know where this is? Sounds like King was answering the previous one. Chichen Itza. Yeah, King. Awesome. Very good. You were paying attention to the previous show. Teotihuacan. 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 Pretty cool. Very precise, certain shaped carvings of the stones there. Okay, top two. You know these two. I know you know this one. What haven't we done yet? Best ruins in the Americas. The Incas' lost city hidden high in the Andes. This is around 1400 AD though, pretty late. This is just before Columbus. It blends seamlessly with its natural surroundings. It features agricultural terraces, temples, and a royal residence. It was never discovered by the Spanish conquistadors. They never saw it. But it was rediscovered in 1911 by a gentleman named Hiram Bingham. Hiram Bingham. El Dorado. I like it. It's not El Dorado. You know where this is. This is the most famous place. It's in Peru. Yes, King. Thank you for saving the team. Rediscovered in 1911 by Hiram Bingham. You know, I have a video on that too. I have an early AI video. It's kind of quaint. I'm going to have to relabel some of these old AI videos as legacy videos. Because they're a little immature at this point with how good the AI is getting. Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu was likely an estate for Inca royalty rather than a city. There you go. All right, number one with a bullet. Famous ruins in the Americas. A vast city of pyramids, plazas, and apartment compounds. Home to the enormous Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. This is right around 200 AD. 200 AD at the height of this. Its influence stretched across Mesoamerica. The true identity of its builders remains unknown. There you go. It was like the same time as Mayans, but it wasn't the Mayans. A mystery. It was abandoned for centuries before the Aztecs took it back over and redeveloped it. Yeah, there you go. You got it. You got it. More or less. Teotihuacan is correct. Teotihuacan. This is not Tenochtitlan. That's another place, but it's same time. Teotihuacan, the Avenue of the Dead, is aligned perfectly with astronomical points suggesting cosmic significance. All right, we made it. That was hard. And I got allergies. It's hard, double hard. All right, well, I appreciate you guys hanging in with me for that. That was kind of hard. But, part of this is learn. Remember in my intro, I talked about that we maybe might learn a thing or two. Maybe. You'll never remember it for the next time, though. So I can repeat this like next week, and you guys. All right, who's up for a bonus round? We do have a bonus round, and it's a lot easier. It is the top 20 most famous structures in the United States, or let's say structural landmarks in the United States. A lot easier. Do I have a couple votes to do it? King's in. Doctor's in. I guess that's good enough. Let's get it going. All right, you guys know the rules. Robots pay. You guess. I give the clues. Counting down the top 20 most famous structures in the United States. I guess you'd also say landmarks. So you get this one. This stainless steel structure stands at an impressive 630 feet tall. It was built to symbolize westward expansion in the United States. That's correct, Rob, although it has another name that is more precise name. It is the St. Louis Arch, but it's also something else. The structure is the tallest arch in the world. Its nickname is the Gateway to the West. But the official name is... It was built in 1965. And you are correct, it was built in St. Louis, Missouri. There you go, King. That's what I'm looking for. That's what we're looking for. It's the Gateway Arch because it was built to commemorate the westward movement, right? It was called the Gateway Arch because St. Louis was the gateway to the west. So they organized all the wagon trains, right? Where all the trails ended up in St. Louis, whether you would go on the Spanish Trail or the Oregon Trail or wherever it was, right? Okay, enough of that. Number 19. I think you'll know this one. This structure was designed to represent a futuristic vision of the 21st century. It was built for the 1962 World Fair. Its rotating restaurant provides panoramic views of the surrounding mountains and cities. The top portion resembles a flying saucer. Okay, that's correct. It is the blank Space Needle. The blank Space Needle. To be more precise. Space Needle is correct. But it is the blank Space Needle. The Space Needle was designed to withstand winds of up to 200 miles per hour and earthquakes up to a 9 magnitude. Seattle is, of course, correct. Seattle Space Needle. And how about that? They fully anticipate a 9 magnitude earthquake in the lifetime of the Space Needle. There you go. That'll be impressive. They'll have a hard time up there. Tsunami country. All right, number 18. This suspension bridge connects two of New York's most iconic boroughs. It features Gothic-style towers made from limestone and granite. It was the first steel wire suspension bridge in the world. Pedestrians and cyclists can use its elevated walkway. It spans the East River and links Manhattan to Brooklyn. Rob, Doctor trying to get away with a short answer again. I think we're going to give that one to Rob. Golden Gate Bridge? No. This is the Brooklyn Bridge. Brooklyn Bridge. Who knows when the Brooklyn Bridge was built? Anybody know? Anybody got that bit of fact? The bridge was dubbed the eighth wonder of the world when it was opened. Bet you didn't know that either. Eighth wonder of the world. So they thought it was pretty amazing. Not good with bridges. So you're not going to know what year that was. There's some stories about how they built that. It sounded insane. For the foundations underwater, a lot of people died. Yeah, very good. Very close. 1883. So we'll call 1887 good. Next up. All right. This one's pretty well known. This skyscraper was built as a tribute to resilience and renewal. And it stands 1,776 feet tall, symbolizing the year of U.S. independence. The structure is nicknamed. So that's the nickname. The Freedom Tower is indeed the nickname for this, and its official name is different. It's the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. It was constructed on the site of the original Twin Towers. Its observation deck offers a 360-degree view stretching up to 50 miles on clear days. It's not something else, though. It has an official name. I'd say Freedom Tower is the most popular name. All right. Yes, King. You're good with that. You're good with skyscrapers. One World Trade Center is correct. One World Trade Center. New York City. New York, New York. New York. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. New York. All right, number 16. This one's hard. This Victorian-style greenhouse is one of the oldest in the United States. There it is. It features a stunning glass-paneled structure surrounded by lush gardens. I've been there. Pretty cool. It was inspired by similar botanical conservatories in England. The building survived a devastating earthquake in 1906. All right, so what's this called and where's it located? Anybody know? I'm going to give you the year. This was built all the way back in 1879. And it survived the earthquake in 1906. A couple good clues there as to where this is located. Anybody know? Yeah, correct. This is in Golden Gate Park. Anybody know what the building's called? It's Golden Gate Park in San Francisco, which is way out on the west side of town, right? Golden Gate, right near the Haight-Ashbury district, in case somebody might remember the Haight-Ashbury district. This is called the Golden Gate Conservatory of Flowers. There you go. We did learn something. This was pretty easy. This structure was originally created as a real estate advertisement. It's perched on the hills overlooking Los Angeles. Remember the category, famous structures in the United States. The letters once read before it got shortened. It symbolizes the entertainment industry and startup. Okay, who got it? Rob got it first. King shortly behind. It symbolizes the entertainment industry. Its giant white letters spell Hollywood. Used to spell Hollywood Land. Did you know that? Hollywood Land. Each letter is 45 feet tall and has undergone multiple restorations. So there's a story about, in fact, one of my stories about the tragic actresses. There's a tragic story about an actress leaping to her death from the top of the H because she wasn't getting enough parts. There you go. The Hollywood sign. Famous structures in the United States. 1923 when that was built. 1923. Of course, Los Angeles, California. L.A. Tragic actresses. Forget her name, though. As soon we forget. Next up. This neoclassical memorial is located near the tidal basin. It honors one of the founding fathers of the United States. Its design was inspired by the Roman Pantheon. Inside, there's a bronze statue of a president holding the Declaration of Independence. So which memorial is this? No. It's not the Lincoln Memorial. The Lincoln Memorial is at the end of the pond, opposite the Washington Memorial. This is down kind of by itself by the river, across the river. You kind of see it from the, yeah, there you go. Doctor. You kind of see it from the Lincoln. You can see this down across the river. Thomas Jefferson Memorial. Thomas Jefferson. Cherry trees surrounding the memorial create a breathtaking view during the National Cherry Blossom Festival. It lasts like 15 minutes, man. The cherry blossoms are here today and gone tomorrow. They do not last long. Number 13. 13. This massive structure harnesses the power of the Colorado River. It's one of the greatest engineering achievements of the 20th century. It provides hydroelectric power to millions of homes. Correct. Do you know where it is? Which lake is it on? Which lake does it hold back? Which lake does it create? It's located on the border between Nevada and Arizona. It was built in 1936. 1936. Correct, Rob. This is Lake Mead. Lake Mead. The Hoover Dam. Fun fact, over 21,000 workers were involved in the construction, and it was completed 2 years ahead of schedule. They were trying to give guys jobs, so they did all the concrete by hand. Hand mixed in wheelbarrows. Yeah, you can drink all the damn water you want. No problem. I think it's full again. You know, they were all worried about it being down. I think it's back pretty full. Number 12. This structure is a symbol of American courage and independence. It played a pivotal role during the Texas Revolution. It was originally a Spanish mission before becoming a military site. The battle that took place here is remembered with the cry, correct, Doctor. Rob, Doctor. Rob the Doctor. Remember, the Alamo is correct. It's located in San Antonio, Texas. What year was the Alamo built? Anybody know? What year was it built? The Alamo attracts more than 2.5 million visitors annually and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So it's got that going for it. Anybody know the year? Long time ago. San Antonio, Texas. Way back in the day. Good guess. 1781 is a good guess, but it's not. You're not thinking old enough. 1744. 1744, back in the day. 1850. That's when the Civil War was. Almost. 1850 was the year California came into the nation, I think. All right, number 11. Oh, you know this one. This colossal sculpture is carved into granite in the Black Hills. It features the faces of 4 U.S. presidents. The monument represents the birth, growth, development, and preservation of the nation. All right, who are the presidents? Who knows the presidents? Which ones are on there? And do you think there's room for Trump? The room, like way on the far right, maybe, or maybe he could get squeezed in between Lincoln and Roosevelt there. Yes, Mount Rushmore is correct. Anybody know who's up there? I think there's room for Trump right between Teddy and Abe. There you go. What do you think? There's space? All right. Enough political humor. Mount Rushmore. Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln. It's correct. Very good. All right. This one might be harder. This building is considered the birthplace of the United States. It hosted the signing of both the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. This is where they both got signed. It features a clock tower and a brick Georgian architecture. This is Georgian architecture. It is part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Correct. Very good. Very good. Doctor. The title refers to the ideals of freedom and independence debated within its walls. This is where they had the debates, and this is where they signed the documents. This is where it all went down. Yeah, there you go. That's a complete answer. Kings will keep coming in with the complete answer. Independence Hall, and it is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the year it was built is... The year they built this thing is 1753. It had to be right before the Constitutional Convention, right? Yeah. There you go. Liberty Bell down the street? Somewhere. Oh, the Liberty Bell was inside there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was once, Liberty Bell was once housed there. It was. You are correct. Number 9. This Art Deco skyscraper was once the tallest building in the world. Its design was inspired by the look of the Chrysler Building. It features a popular observation deck on the 86th floor. You are correct, Rob. It features a popular observation deck. I already said that. It was famously scaled by King Kong in the 1933 movie. You guys remember that? You see that? So King Kong swatting the airplanes, right? The title reflects the nickname of the New York State, of course. The building's lightning rod is struck by lightning an average of how many times per year does lightning strike the top of this building? Anybody know? How many times? Lightning. This was built in 1931. New York, of course. New York. Yes. Lightning strikes 23 times per year. There you go. On the average. Number 8. I need the current name and the former name. This skyscraper was the tallest building in the world for 25 years. Its sky deck features glass boxes that allow visitors to stand over the city. Yeah, that's creepy. I've never been there, but apparently you can go out and there's a glass floor. That doesn't sound good. It was designed with a bundled tube structure for stability. It remains a defining feature of the Chicago skyline. It was originally named after a major retail chain. So that's the original name. That's the retail chain that doesn't exist anymore, right? I think maybe it still has an online store. I'm not sure. Maybe it's got auto parts, auto repair shop. It used to be called the Sears Tower. Now it's called something else. Anybody know? On clear days, you can see up to 4 states from the sky deck. You can see Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Boy, nobody knows what they call it now. It's called the Willis Tower. Nobody knew that. I didn't know that. Sears Tower is what I know too. I agree with you. We're going to call it the Sears Tower. Number 7. This structure is inspired by European fairy tales and castles. It's the centerpiece of the Magic Kingdom theme park. Fireworks shows often take place around it every evening. It is surrounded by a moat and beautiful gardens. All right, I need a more precise answer on this one. You guys are correct, of course. The castle features hidden details called Easter eggs, including nods to Walt Disney himself. Now, this is not the one in California. I can tell you that. This is the one in Orlando. Walt Disney World's something castle. Walt Disney World's something castle. Blank castle. I don't think you get credit. Anybody know? Which princess? Cinderella's castle. Yeah. Sorry, it's slow. It is slow tonight. I think Starlink was launching new satellites and they're probably switching over. There's probably some big issue. All right, number 6. You know this place. This 5-sided building is one of the largest office spaces in the world. Oh, very good. King's got it. King's internet's not slow. Oh, Alex has it too. But you guys weren't slow on this one. You were just slow on that one you didn't know. Everybody knows this one. Everybody's got it. I guess it's kind of easy to tell. Right? So this is one of the places that got hit though, right? In the 9/11. The one airplane came in real low on the one side. Of course, lots of conspiracy theories. The building is designed to allow for efficient movement between its 5 rings. Its name reflects its unique geometric shape. And you are all correct. It is the Pentagon. Officially, though, this is in Arlington, Virginia. It isn't even in Washington, D.C., which is surprising because it's right there. So I don't know. Anyway, Pentagon, correct. All right, number 5. This structure honors the 16th President of the United States. It features a massive seated statue of... The memorial is designed in the style of a Greek temple. Its walls display inscriptions of something. His inaugural address. It is located at the western end of the National Mall. Yes, it is. Doctor! Rob, I don't, I'm thinking your spelling was just a little off. Spelled correct. It is located at the western end of the National Mall. We talked about that. Yes, it is the Lincoln Memorial. You guys been there? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's cool the way it sits at the end of the deal. The end of the pond. The Lincoln Memorial was the site of Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous "I Have a Dream" speech. Yeah, a lot of speeches on the stairs there. There's a lot of protests and rallies and stuff there. Pretty cool. Never been to America? Well, come on over. The water is fine. You can drink the water here. Where that comes from. You know this one. Number 4. This neoclassical mansion is the residence of every U.S. president since John Adams. It is also the workplace of the president. They actually get work done in there. The building was set on fire during the War of 1812. Damn redcoats. But it was later rebuilt. It features a large north and south lawn and a rose garden. Here, Trump was going to pave the rose garden so that it was better for events. That you still have the roses, but there won't be lawn between the roses now. Now it'll be court, so we could have hors d'oeuvres and stuff, do events. The name reflects its district white painted sandstone facade. Distinct. Yes. It is the White House. The White House has how many rooms? Anybody know how many rooms are in the White House? It includes a bowling alley and a movie theater. Those are in the basement. Along with the secure rooms, right? It has 132 rooms. 132 rooms. All right, King. This is your chance for a bridge. The suspension bridge spans in San Francisco. Its distinctive international orange color makes it stand out. Yes. Bridge connects San Francisco to Marin County. When I lived up in Sonoma, California, and I used to drive to San Francisco quite often, my son still lived in San Francisco with grandbabies, so we would drive over the Golden Gate Bridge quite often. My wife also worked for a time there, so we were back and forth to the city quite often. It is the Golden Gate Bridge. Have you heard the story where the paint doesn't last very long because it's by the ocean? So as soon as they finish one spot, they just start painting again all the way through. It's just a continuous painting project. The bridge's paint color was chosen to blend with the natural surroundings and to contrast with the fog. It is foggy there. It's really cool when the fog's there. It was pretty cool in the movie San Andreas too, right? When the big tsunami comes over the bridge. That was cool. All right, number 2. These last few are pretty easy. This colossal statue was a gift from France. Did you hear they wanted it back, though? Did you guys hear that? France had asked for it back. It symbolized freedom, democracy, and friendship between the nations. Didn't like the tariffs. It features a torch, a crown with 7 rays, and a tablet with the date of the Declaration of Independence. Yeah, you got it. It is located on Liberty Island in New York Harbor. The statue's copper exterior originally appeared brown and has since oxidized to its famous green color. There you go. That's all oxidized. Time to shine it up. Yeah, the Bay Bridge is cool too. From Berkeley. Remember, it had a lot of damage from the 86 earthquake, I think it was. 86, or the Bay Bridge was closed for a couple years or something. Anyway, okay. We are down. That is the Statue of Liberty, of course. We are down to the top landmark, structural landmark. Number 1. This neoclassical building is home to the U.S. Congress. It features a massive dome topped by the Statue of Freedom. The building is the centerpiece of the National Mall. So yeah, on axis, Washington Monument's kind of in the middle. This is at one end, Lincoln Memorial's at the other end. The title reflects its role as the legislative part of the nation. Yeah, you guys got it. It is the United States Capitol. United States Capitol. Who knows what year they built this building? Anybody know what year the Capitol was built? The Capitol dome we see today replaced an earlier smaller dome. I can tell you the replacement dome was built in 1850s to accommodate the expansion, which was right before the Civil War, right? Yeah, very good, Doctor. 1800, 1801's good enough. This is the Capitol building. All right, well, that was a lot easier than the famous ruins of Americas. You guys thought that was kind of hard. Maybe the blues legends was just about the sweet spot where it was kind of hard, but you kind of got a few. But the Americas was too hard. Ruins of Americas were too hard. This was too easy. Too easy. But good to be a bonus round. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for hanging out so long. Sorry that we got a slow internet tonight. We will try to do our best to overcome that in the future. I have a feeling they're making some adjustments. We will of course be back on Sunday. So hopefully we'll see you guys again on Sunday. Certainly, if you have any recommendations for categories, I'd be glad to entertain those. I think I have some ideas. Let's see, what are our ideas for next time? Top 20 party schools in the United States. You know what I'm talking about? Colleges where they're famous for parties. I thought that was kind of fun. Top 20. What's this one? I better look it up. Whoop. It is. Oh, dinosaurs. That's pretty good, right? Top 20 dinosaurs. How's that sound? Yeah, anything movies is always good, right? And how about top 20 celebrity chefs? You like that at all? I'm not hearing a lot of cheering. Of course, I can't hear your cheering. So there's that. All right. Yeah, chefs and dinosaurs and party schools. Scary movies. Yeah, we'll do scary movies for sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. I'm going to post a compilation marathon movie on all the different actors that we've covered so far. So they'll all be on one video. So if you wanted to kick back and do 3.5 hours of game on the famous actors movies like Mel Gibson and what Clint Eastwood and all those, that'll all be together. I'm gonna be posting that soon, so that'll be fun. And then we are gonna have to do a marathon sometime soon too, just to prove I could do it. Yeah, I know. We always got to get something for the Brits. That's why, the you remember the serial killers last week, right? The serial killers that was half UK and half United States, every other. That wasn't bad, right? We tried to do that. I don't know about the British monarchs though. That was a little intense for us Americans. But yes, we do need to take care of you Brits. We could do the famous people from the Russian history as well. So that'd be better for Alex, I'm sure. All right, guys. Well, take it easy. I do once again. I super appreciate you being here, and hope you're here next on Sunday night. And we'll call it an evening.